So I saw this on Pat McAfee show, and I had to respond to this. I had to react to this. So this is the lawyer for Chiefsaholic. If you don't know who he is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Time out. Chiefs fans, stop. Don't get offended. This is not me bashing you. This is me talking about Chiefsaholic, not about you. Why are you crying already? Alright, give him a tissue. Come here, Chiefs fans. You get a tissue. Anyway, now that we're done with the crying. Chiefsaholic, if you do not know who he is, he was a Chiefs fan that was going around all the different banks in the country, and he was robbing them. That's right. He's robbing people at banks. He's robbing banks. And he's using that money to fund him going to every single game. He also had, I believe, a life-size portrait signed by Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey. It's a whole entire, situation, right? He finally was caught. Well, he was caught at first, and then he cut off his ankle bracelet, went on the run, was on the run for a while, got caught again, and now he is facing up to 50 years in prison for what he did. Armed robbery many times. So, there's your backstory, okay? This is his lawyer. Now, how do you defend someone who just robbed, I think it was up to 30 banks? How do you defend someone like that? Weapon, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Here's what he had to say. Shout out to Pat McAfee show for posting this, but let me skip forward until he talks.
From the beginning of this case, folks, the government has been blitzing, and Xavier's pocket was collapsing.
Come on.
But today,
No banks.
Xavier stepped into the pressure.
Yeah, he did. Stepped
He
up.
took responsibility for his actions.
Keep in mind, this guy was on the run forever, pretty much. Cut off his ankle bracelet and refused to turn himself into the police and was robbing banks. And again, he finally decided to step up and take, he was good about it. He took, the correct measures for what he did.
He stood up in court,
What?
humble and repentant, and admitted what he had done.
Pretty sure they have a lot of evidence on the guy because he wore his wolf costume to the bank robberies and wore that at the Chiefs games. Just imagine this, right? Picture this in your brain. They're like, okay, so there's this guy who's robbing all these banks in America, right? And they're like, we got to figure out who it is. Well, what does the witnesses say he looks like? He's a guy fully dressed in a wolf's costume. There's one guy, Chiefsaholic, who dresses up in a wolf's costume and goes to every Chiefs game. If they drew out on a sketchboard what he looks like, I mean, to the point of, he admitted, I think he didn't have to admit. He was on the run for a reason. That's, self-admission already. He cut off his patrol, his, thing on his, ankle. His patrol belt, whatever it's called.
Now,
Ankle monitor.
if I know anything about Xavier, and if the Chiefs Kingdom knows anything about Chiefsaholic, we know that he doesn't give up.
That is true. They had to catch him themselves. That is very true. He did not give up. They had to catch him themselves.
We know that if he stumbled and he fell, he didn't let his knee touch the ground.
I did.
Oh, so he didn't fall.
Or elbow.
And that's because he's capable of doing a great thing.
With a tie.
And he knows that there's still hope. We still have a lot of work to do on his case, but Xavier wants everyone to know that he loves the Chiefs Kingdom, he loves Kansas City, and he hopes that you'll rally to his support.
Okay.
Okay. What? This lawyer, man, he needs to be cast in a movie sometime soon because he deserves a movie role. So, he wants Chiefs fans to rally behind him and support him that he's not guilty and that he's not going to give up and he's going to keep fighting this. What? What? I'm laughing, right? I am laughing because it is almost comical what I'm just hearing right now. But the sad part is there are actual victims who got robbed in this whole circumstance, right? This whole situation, there's actually people who got robbed. So, like, I'm laughing because it is just nonsensical, in all honesty, what this lawyer is saying / iterating out of his mouth. But at the end of the day, there are real victims in this whole circumstance, which is sad because no, he's facing up to 50 years in jail. Sorry, in prison for armed robbery. No. None of this. Oh, well, he's going to fight this. We're going to do tooth and... I know the lawyer has to because that's his job, is to try to get him off or get him at least a little of a sentence as possible. That's the point of what the lawyer's job is to do. But it's just like, bro, this guy did it across the whole entire country. He was funding his football experience off the backs of regular people. No. Put him in prison. What? No. No one should be supporting this guy. I don't care if you're a Chiefs fan. I don't care if you're Chiefs Kingdom. I don't care who you are. No one should be supporting Chiefsaholic after what he did. And I love this, like, superhero speech that the lawyer gave here. But no, there's no if and buts. It's done. Put his butt in prison and that's it. 50 years. He's not going to get full 50 years, by the way. That's the full sentence, meaning that's the max. He's probably going to get good behavior. I don't know, because he did actually do multiple banks. And if I am correct, multiple other stores as well. He might get pretty close to 50 years. It depends. If he actually, I think he used a real weapon. If you use a real weapon, that even ups the charge even more. So, yeah, no, he's done. He's done. Even with your superhero monologue speech, it's not going to fix anything. I'll see you guys in the next one, though. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. Shout out to Pat McAfee again for posting this.